We've got Steve, who's a Man United fan, up on the Skype wall. And Steve, is that the most balanced you've seen Man United all season?
I think it is, yeah. Looked so much more comfortable today and had a lot more presence in midfield as well. So it just seemed to benefit the whole team. I think the back four put in the best performance we've seen for a good while now. I thought Evans and Ferdinand were magnificent, really. Both really controlled. And Evans starting to get the form back he was showing middle of last season when he'd had a good run in the team.
What do you think about the substitution day? I think second half, when Newcastle started having a real go, got a bit between the teeth, trying to get back into it, I thought Sir Alex made a really good decision. He took Kagawa off, brought Valencia on, just to stretch the game a little bit wide, and Newcastle didn't dominate quite so much after that.
Yeah, I think it made sense, really, because Kagawa obviously was floating a bit more coming inside, and I think the sheer man mountain that Valencia is, he's able to get back and support Raphael at the time when Ben Arthur was starting to get a bit of an influence on the game. And then obviously going forward, he's just a machine. It's very difficult to get him off the ball. So I thought it was a very clever substitution, really. I think it just took the wind out of Newcastle's sails somewhat.
Obviously, it helped scoring 2 goals from set pieces, 2 goals in 7 minutes. Within quarter of an hour away from home, you find yourself 2-0 up. But I think Sir Alex was actually playing that diamond formation, and Newcastle couldn't set up against it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It was the first 15, 20 minutes, it was just consistent pressure. And as soon as the ball was coming into their midfield or even to the back four, Welbeck, Van Persie and Rooney were all putting pressure on to win the ball back. And that makes a big difference. And it was something we've been lacking. I mean, if that midfielder had played against Spurs last week, we'd have seen a much different game. It was just great to see for us. And I'm glad Cleverley had a really good game as well, because I think he now deserves running that side, because it just takes some of the workload off of Carrick as well. So hopefully going forward, that'll be the way we're going to try and play a bit more.
Yeah, I think also what helped you today was the formation that Newcastle had as well. They went 4-4-2. It's trying to fit Bar and Cisse into the same team. I don't think it helps them. Ben Arthur in there as well, very lightweight. And really, with the back five they had out, the back four they had out, need a bit more protection. And once Man United got those 2 goals, the marking from Newcastle's point of view to Evra, who's about 3'6", to score at the near post, was unbelievable.
Well, yeah, I mean, the fact we've scored off 2 set pieces, well, 2 corners even, just boggling for me, really. I don't remember last time I saw that, but it was a weak back four for them, so it didn't seem to particularly strong for them to have only Tiote kind of sitting in front of them. It did seem to make more sense to have had somebody else in there supporting him, and obviously for once we've taken advantage of that, whereas in recent weeks it's been the other way around, and the other teams have been taking advantage of our weakness there, so it was nice to be on the other side of that for once.
Steve, the other thing is Sir Alex, he buys Robin Van Persie, saying there's 25, 30 goals in him, 25, 30 goals in Wayne Rooney. Do you realise 13 different goal scorers for Man United so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, somebody mentioned that to me while I was watching the game, that it's say 12 or 13 goal scorers now, and it's nice we're starting to spread them out again, because after Ronaldo went, it seems to drop a lot onto to Rooney's shoulders to deliver the goals, and I think that had an effect on his overall game. And now he's got a bit of more options there with Welbeck, Van Persie, and others that can step up and score goals. I think it allows Rooney to play more of his own game and not have to stress out too much about trying to deliver on all fronts. But I think that's the type of game we're trying to do now and get everybody involved and movement. I mean, there was a few times today we saw Evans marauding up the pitch with the ball, and it's something we've not seen from our defenders, especially our central defenders, in a long time. So it does seem it's becoming more of a team now rather than the one-man show it was at times with Rooney when we didn't have Van Persie and others to support him.
Yeah, what do you think about, you had Giggs and Scholes on the bench today? It just shows you the strength and depth that you've got. And when you get Jones, Smalling back, do you reckon this is going to be a really good season for Man United?
I think I think we'll always push there or thereabouts, but I think if we can get the injury situation under control and get a settled back line and then have options like Scholes, Giggs, even sort of young Nani and Valencia coming off the bench, I think it sets up for a really good season overall for us, and a bit exciting as well, because it's not a way we're used to playing as such now. We're seeing a lot more one-touch, fast-paced football, a bit like Barcelona, so it's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can go all the way, but we'll be there or thereabouts, definitely.
Steve, what about in Europe? I wasn't totally convinced with the performance midweek. Do you think Sir Alex may go with the diamond formation when he has to entertain European opposition as well?
I think long term, yes. I think it'll depend a lot on the opposition we're playing as well. But it does seem to be the way we're trying to change now. I mean, it looks like Nani could be away by this summer coming up. So it wouldn't surprise me if he does start to persist with that, and we do see more of Cleverly alongside Carrick and maybe Rooney a bit more withdrawn. So I think it'll take time to work because it's a new formation for everybody, but I think we will see it slowly but surely become the de facto way of playing for us.
Okay, Steve. Well, we'll let you go, and we'll speak to you again soon. Hopefully,
No
after
problem.
you've beaten one of the big sides, when it really does matter. Because playing against Newcastle, like Chelsea played against Norwich, it's going to be when you play against them top 6 sides.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. That's when the results will be important. So if we can get a bit of form going into those games, that's when we'll really find out the cream from everybody else, so to speak.
Good luck, Steve.
No problem, guys. Thanks very much.
Take
Speak
care,
soon.
mate. That's Steve, Manchester United.